Welcome to Pocket Women Lockpicking and Lock Sport. What you see here is a blast from the past. This is a 573 504 Mortise lock from Lockwood, pre-2001, so before Asa Abloy fully took over the company and started using the Asa brand on the Lockwoods. This is really weighty. We'll pop that down. So what we're going to do is we're going to be going through this cylinder mortise locks, the old Lockwood catalogue. Scored this from our mate Cranky Lock. Thanks very much, Paul. Now, the one that we have here in front of us is the 573 series, the deadlocking function with a special deadlocking bolt and matching strike. Bolts are deadlocked by various combinations of cylinders and turn knobs. Page 7.8. So let's go to 7.8. Alright, so as we can see here from 7.8 is we have the 573 series. You can read that, pause that and read that yourself. So the one we have in front of us is the 573 504. So we go down to here, the 573 504, and it is the lock-up shop sliding door cylinder. Deadlock. Lock-up shop sliding door deadlock. Single cylinder, reversible, lock set may be installed with cylinder either side, inside or outside. Locked or unlocked by key. Lock set with rectangular execution. Well, that's a name and a half to try and say. Lock set to suit mortise lock furniture. And there's the codes. So that's what we're going to explore today. Now, as you can see, this is in a unlocked position, which means I don't have to pick it. So let's just pull it apart. So we're just going to go in a little bit closer to get the light over to pull it apart. Let's see how we go about it. So the first thing you need to do, I reckon, is take these off. Now these are held on by these two little screws here. This is very weighty, so I'm going to leave it on the bench and let's remove those. And thanks very much to Paul Springer also for the cool tool set that's enabling me to do this. It's feeling loose. So this video might run for 15 minutes, might run longer, so get comfy, grab a cuppa, let's explore the lock. Oh, they're tough little pasties, aren't they? I think we're binding because we're doing one at a time. Right. That's out. Well, that's how easy they come out. So that's what we're left with. Let's just pop that down there since it weighs half a ton. Okay, let's look at this bit. So we've got the 570 oval with the rectangle insertion. Oh, I don't know how to say it. You just know what I mean. So that is held on by this rounded clip here. So it looks like it's just a press fit. Yep. There we go. And that is like clamped on. So that's our lock. So I can now pull this lock apart, core shim it, find out the bitting, and hand file myself a key for it because I have space and depth keys for Lockwood. So I will be doing that in a later video for these locks to bring this lock back into full function. But we'll just pop them there for now because what we're interested in is the gut to this one. So let's just go out a little bit. So I don't think you have to take off any of the face plates. So on the face plate, it doesn't actually acknowledge it's Lockwood, it just says MS. There's your patent numbers. If any of you would like to look them up. Okay, looks like this face comes off, yep. Hold it down, you never know what the springy bits will come out at you. Just if you're going in for the first time, you don't know what you're finding. Just cautious. Be cautious. Okay. Whoa! Okay, yeah, there's springy bits in there. Okay, something just shot at me finger. Ooh, that is one deadly spring. Alright, let's come down this way so we can all have a look at the reveal. Whoa. Okay. Now this was the spring that shot out at me. So that'd be... We'll figure it out in a minute. But one of the things we want to just make note of. Let's grab the old tweezers. Here's the resident dead bugs. So we'll just pop them over to the side and we'll give them a burial later. We have the legs, feelers, more legs, lock legs. Okay, considering, you know, so I would say that goes like, ooh, okay, just go like that, stay. So I reckon this one shoved in there. Create spring pressure on that, or there, maybe there. Up and down spring pressure, I don't know, we'll find out in a minute. Okay, let's look at the parts. So the obvious one is the bolt. From the bolt we have where these go in. We have the cam. The cam actuates this bit. By the look of it, let's have a look at it, find out. All nice and greasy. Oh, more bug bits. Lovely. So that's what that little piece looks like. So it has a circular bit. Does that move? No. It's got a nice little strong spring in that there. So I would say the cam would hit that. And cause it to move. Perhaps, don't know, just guessing, we're all just guessing. Those that know these locks better than me, leave anything in the comments that you like to mention about what we are discovering today. Look at this nice little piece of brass. What I'm loving is seeing all this nice chunky brass in here. It's just a little house. And that works with that. We'll just take this spring out again so we don't flick it in our face. Now for an interesting complex lock, this is very simplistic on the inside for a mortise lock. Whoa, look at you. Very greasy, to be expected, dirty, yes. Look at the chunk of metal on that. See, that is what's making life very heavy. That is one big chunky piece of brass. Just absolutely gorgeous. So on this face is smooth as. On this face we have these two recesses that fit in this here. We shall just remove some more of those bug legs. It is so simplistic. Got a little doover up there. That goes in there. Look at that. That's what's holding the screws. So the screws feed through that. I would say that holds the ovals in place. Okay, we've just got a few more bug legs to remove. So everything looks like it is on this template here. I'll call it a template. We've got all this recessed stuff. So this is what is holding everything in place with the cover plate and what's making things move. So what's interesting is this. We've got a little, I don't know what it is. It's a little something. Is that drill protection? One wonders. Is that the early version of drill protection inside a lock? Because I'm not seeing anything in here that would actuate that. That would make that come and go. Push down there, nothing happens. There's that there. But I would say that is drill protection, and that would be the end cap of that drill protection. Because that is a solid piece of steel going right through there, and given the angle, follow that angle down. Yup. Drill protection. Very, very nice. We have a little recess in here. Where that spring would go. Alright, let's pop it back in and we'll watch it function. Untangle all the bits. You went up and down like that somehow. There we go, you sat in nicely. I'm guessing, because that fittinged when I lifted it up, does it? Alright, let's have a look at this plate. Top plate. So just I would say that would be a locating nipple. I've got the shape of the oval cam, that's where the cam can go in and out. That's where the screws go in. and that's for the bolt retraction. So to see where this little spring went, we can see there's a mark there, so I reckon that went in there. Oh no, that is this bit. That is this bit. But according to the picture, it looks like it went that way. So according to the marking that's on there, can you see that? That looks like it went in like that. But when we opened the lock, it was located like that. So I'm wondering if someone mucked up, or whether it is part of a latch retaining feature that you can put on and off. Because it is called the, let's have a look at that. 504 lock-up shop sliding door deadlock. Single cylinder reversible lock set may be installed with cylinder either side, inside or outside. Unlock by key. Right. So I'm thinking this goes there to enable pressure on that. So if the bolt comes out, or it could go in there, it was pretty tight pressure. Maybe it went in there. Let's shove it in there and see what it wants to do. It's a very big spring to go in there, but it is in very tight, which gives it a lot of spring pressure, which is probably what you needed. So that is probably the home for it. So let's stick our finger on there so it doesn't hit us in the face when we work this. Yeah, so it goes down, there's the spring pressure there, releases right across, locks into place. Very nice. Locking and unlocking. That's it there. Okay. Very greasy fingers. We'll do that again. And that can go right out. How far does that bolt actually go? Well, it doesn't go that far, does it? Let's just put that like that. In you go. Hold that in place, push that back to give it pressure. Right. Well, that is a very neat design, I must say. It is full of luckies. Swap the fingers. Right. There we go. The Lockwood 573504 lock up shop sliding door deadlock. Thanks for watching, everyone. Stay tuned for the next installment of the Mortise Lock series. We will be featuring the 571 and which is quite an interesting one, and the very old from 1958, the 203. I'd say one of the originals. I'm going to put this back together now. Stay legal. Temptation is everywhere.